This AI tool brings our pictures to life like never before. You can even make your fictional characters speak with stunning realism. So, how realistic can these talking photo animations really be? Check it out.
Welcome to another AI controversy video. Today we will be exploring AI talking avatars, so stay tuned.
Introducing Hedra, the best and most accurate talking AI photo out right now that you can actually use. Yes, I am aware of Emo and Microsoft's Vasa 1, however, we can't use them as of right now. Hedra, on the other hand, is available right now. As I'm making this video, it is beta, so generating is currently free. However, I do not know how long that will last. Now, I've covered a ton of talking AI avatars and different methods and tools to do this, such as Sadtalker, Heygen, DID, Dreamtalk, and so on. However, things have changed and what we have access to now is pretty incredible. Speaking about these other tools, let's compare Hedra to these other tools. You see, the thing that stood out to me besides having the best visual animation and lip sync was the fact that you can do more than just photos such as creatures, etc. Now, it will be hard to compare them with the other tools using the creature photos, so let's compare with just basic human looking images for now. Of course, watch the whole video because I'll be showing you how to create singing creatures as well. We will need a control image for this comparison, so I'll be using this image, which I generated with Stable Diffusion. So let's compare them.
Welcome to another AI controversy video. Today we will be exploring AI talking avatars, so stay tuned. Welcome to another AI controversy video. Today we will be exploring AI talking avatars, so stay tuned.
Wow, as you can see, Hedra is the clear winner. Now let's have some fun. Let's create singing avatars just like this.
In the dead night, I survey, they guide my path. In the darkness I feel alive, comfort found in every ground.
That was straight out of Hedra. However, I'll show you some tips and tricks to spice up your videos. Are you ready? First, we will need a song. Let's create our own using AI. Now, you can use Udio. However, for this video, I'll be using Suno AI. Also, I'll let Suno handle the song, including the lyrics. However, if you want more control over your song, you can write your own lyrics or use ChatGPT to write your lyrics. The process is extremely simple, and if you need help with Suno prompting, be sure to watch this video here. After generating tons of songs, I found one that I like. At this point, you can extend your song to get a full song. However, this generation was over 1 minute long, which is more than enough for this tutorial. Now that we have our song, let's move on to the next step, breaking down your song. Once you've got your song, you will need to break it down into 30-second segments for the best results. As Hedra says, audio longer than 30 seconds may be shortened. To do this, you can use a free tool called Audacity. However, in this tutorial, I'll be using Adobe Audition. Add your track to your timeline. Find a good area to split your track. For me, I'll be cutting out the intro and starting the track from here. And here is where I'll make my first split. I'll end the second part of the track here. Now save the two separated tracks as 1.mp3 and 2.mp3. Also save another track as full.mp3. This will be your main track without the cuts. Now that you have all of your audio tracks, we now need to create our avatars. For this step, you can use any of your favorite AI image generators such as DALL-E 3, Midjourney, Leonardo AI, etc. For me, I'll be using Stable Diffusion. For this step, I use the prompt portrait of a monster, humanoid, centered, looking at the camera, bokeh background. Now the prompt will differ depending on what AI image generator you decide to use. However, for me, I like this prompt. It's simple and it gets the job done. Since I'm using Stable Diffusion locally for free, I'll set a batch and do about 50. This way I can cherry pick the best avatars. When I cherry pick my avatars, I tend to look for images that have the avatars looking directly into the camera. See how this one has its head tilted a bit? It can work, but I shoot for images centered. Also, if parts of the head gets cut off, I tend to stay away from that. For example, this image, see how the horns are cut off? Now that you have your avatars, the next step is optional. However, I like to do it as it will help add more depth into our video later. In this step, we will be removing the background. To remove the background, you can use Canva, Photoshop, or this free tool called remove.bg. Once you've removed the background from your avatars, we now need to add a white background. We will be keying out this white color later on. If we don't add a white background and upload the image directly as a transparent PNG, PNG, the video output from Hedra will be black, and it will be harder to key out the black background. By adding a white color behind, we can target that specific color, making our background removal during the video editing process much more smoother. So let's go to photopea.com. Add in your transparent background images from remove.bg and do them individually. First, click on this new layer icon here. It will create a new layer. Next, drag that blank layer down beneath your avatar. Now go to edit and select fill. Under the fill drop down, select custom. Next, click on this color box and choose white. Click OK, and now you should have a white background. Now export your image by clicking on file, export as, and choose PNG. Save your new image. If you're just using one avatar, you should be done. If not, rinse and repeat this process for all of your avatars. Now onto the fun part, uploading to Hedra. In case you were wondering, normally with video editing we would use a green screen. If you use a green background, Hedra will distort the background and it will look something like this. This is why I choose to use a white background. If you upload the transparent background image, the background of the video will be black, and I found that keying out the white is way easier than keying out the black. From Hedra, click on import audio and upload your file titled 1.mp3. Here, drag and drop your avatar with the white background. Click generate and wait for it to process. Since this is broken down into two pieces, when your first segment is finished, download the video. Then simply replace your audio with your second track and your second avatar. Generate that. You should now have two different videos to work with, part 1 and part 2. Let's proceed with our next step, doing our final edits in CapCut. In this tutorial, I'll be using CapCut. It's free to use. However, some effects and transitions may require Pro. Don't worry, use my CapCut link in my link tree and get CapCut Pro free for 7 days. In CapCut, import your files. I like to start with the final.mp3. Remember in the beginning of the video, I told you to split the track into two parts, part 1.mp3 and part 2.mp3. I also mentioned to save the two tracks combined as final.mp3 without the cuts. Import that file, drag that into your timeline. Next, import your singing avatars from Hedra. We will need to align the audio. Zoom into your timeline so you can get a better picture of the audio. See the peak in your audio? We will use that as a guideline, so attempt to align the peaks in the audio. Start by moving your final.mp3 track to align with your singing avatar audio. Perfect. Now you'll hear a slight reverb or echo. Don't worry, we will later use only the main audio from the final.mp3 track. Clip and trim off the excess part of your singing avatar so we can shift both tracks back to the beginning of the timeline. Now look for your second singing avatar and attempt to align the audio. Same process as before, use the audio peaks as a guideline. You can also use your playhead to help align your track. Next, I'll import a fire background. Place your fire background onto the main timeline track. However, the fire background is only 30 seconds long and the duration of our entire track is 40 seconds. So I'll slow the fire background clip down to expand its length. Looks like 0.7 speed works. You want to be sure the track is longer so we can trim it to match later. Doing this may shifted your second avatar, so be sure to realign your audio again. Nice, everything is now aligned again. It's time to remove this white background. Go back to the first singing avatar and click on that clip. Next, click on remove background. Select chroma key and click on the white background. We are going to have to clean this up. Default settings won't work. Drag the intensity slider down till you recover the bits of the avatar. Now we still have some white fraying on the edges. Increase the shadow slider slightly. Next, max out the cleanup edge settings and now adjust the feather edge slider. This settings looks alright for this avatar. Keep in mind all videos will differ, so these are the main sliders to adjust when it comes to cleaning up your chroma keys. Rinse and repeat this step for your second avatar. Next, add a transition, add some effects and color grading filters. Get creative, and now you should have something like this.
In the dead night, I survey, they guide my path. In the darkness I feel alive, comfort found in every ground. Fear no more, my monsters face. In the dark our world begins, kinship found in haunted souls. Together we roam as foes.
Nice. When working with Hedra, keep in mind that it doesn't 100% work perfectly with all creature images. The closer the image looks to a human, the better the results. If your creature is more human-like, you'll get a much smoother animation and lip sync. It's important to remember that we're still in the early stages of AI technology. Some limitations are expected. For instance, while Hedra is impressive, it might struggle with highly detailed or complex animations. This technology opens up so much possibilities. You can create engaging content for social media, develop educational videos with animated characters, or even bring your favorite fictional characters to life in unique ways. I encourage you to try Hedra and experiment with creating your talking or singing avatars. It's a lot of fun and a great way to add a new dimension to your projects. Let me know in the comments how it works out for you and any creative ways you plan to use it. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. We've gone through the process of generating a song with Suno AI, creating avatars, and finalizing our project in CapCut. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing, liking, and commenting on the video. And if you haven't watched this video yet, I highly recommend watching it to gain even more valuable free information.